Yeah, they've just been squeaky clean so far, right? Not a scratch on any of their cars, just biding their time, getting to the end. Oh, now you got Brad up the track. Blaney underneath of him. Bush and Blaney made that pass.
Busher moves up one, so does Blaney.
Yeah, I think Ryan Blaney is the car that.
Oh, turn one. Keslowski goes around off the front bumper of Bubba Wallace. Hocevar spins. Bowman spins.
As soon as they get by, you go back here.
Did you see Blaney get into the throttle right in the center of the corner? His ability to be able to throttle and carry speed through the center and keep turning, that's where he's making all those passes.
Brad Keselowski was moving up well through the field, up to 6th place. Looks like he's going to head to the pits.
He tried to fill the hole right there, and Bubba Wallace said, sorry about that. Getting go time here, and we got to go.
That's what I was saying about doing that earlier. You have to be careful and mindful. Just because you're clear right there, you stack everybody up, and they push them. Even if they were not trying to, everybody else behind them pushes them into you.
And that is the aftermath. 17th overall, but more importantly, among the open cars, that number 40 is 5th.
Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Braking hard, stay down.
Oh, there is the 66 Chandler Smith in the wall. Hard. He was running 3rd. And there is Castroneves. No. He was also involved.
That's 2 of your open cars.
He's got an off-track excursion there and rolls to a stop just shy of that safer barrier.
That one has a backup plan, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, not clear.
Yeah, and you see.
I think he was trying to get down and fill that gap there, Kevin. Just not clear.
Who was the second one? Clint,
the 7, I believe.
The 7
Justin
car.
Haley.
Yeah, and you saw the flames come out of Justin Haley. He saw Chandler Smith coming down the racetrack while he was clearly still underneath. And Haley knew that.
Yeah, he lifted, tried to stay out of it. He was way too up the side.
And it looked like
that's a big hit, Kevin.
Yeah, there's damage to several cars.
See,
right
all
there.
Guy barely getting through there. Preece as well.
Got up in the top lane, and Brad Keselowski was in the middle lane to block those guys as they were running. And that was a really aggressive block right there.
Slam as Suarez slams into Keselowski, and Bowman is a victim as well.
Oh. The cars in the front of the pack there
really started before that.
They check that lineup right there, and then it starts to. You see Daniel Suarez checked up. Alex Bowman got into the back of him, and it just that accordion when they check up like that. You can't see the further that you get back. It becomes harder and faster. To slow down, it's harder because things are happening so much faster.
It's just an aggressive block. You know, that plan was they had him staggered, and it really did slow that line up. When he tried to make the move to make the pass, wasn't there. Stacked them all up, the rest is history. It's a block in this 22, and if they miss it, he's going to be around him. Huge pushes off of John Hunter Nemecheck behind him. Look at this.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Late
on
by
that block.
Stenhouse.
He's still trying. He's up.
Trying to squeeze it. Couldn't do it. Into the wall goes Logano. And with him goes Blaney and Gregson and Chase Elliott.
Got a little greedy there, Kevin.
And it all happened at 5th place.
Yeah.
5th to 25th.
And you see the left front of Stenhouse's car torn up. 22.
Get it back to the box here.
What an effort. What a run. All comes to an end. 15 to go.
Stenhouse is going to come down the racetrack to cover the block on Joey Logano. It's super tight, but we're 15 laps to go in the Daytona 500. You see the flames come out of the Logano car. You're going to watch the 22 car start to get. He's not giving up on trying to get this position, and they just all run out of room right there, Clint.
Kyle Busch got knocked to the inside as well as those cars that crashed into the outside.
I did not see him.
Joey's going to be very frustrated with that, with Stenhouse, obviously. But a little bit of patience. I think as fast as his car was, he was going to have another shot at that. Poor Blaney. He was in the position to win this race.
But you know how it is at this point, Clint. You just have to take whatever's behind you and try to hang on to it.
This isn't the scenario that I think I would want if I was a teammate, you know, with being door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for the front.
Whoa! He gets Bell into the wall.
Off of the front
bumper of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece. And for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief.
Off the front bumper, we were talking about a lap before. Custer got to his bumper, that thing went side to side, and he couldn't hold on to it. It was one too many.
Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the backstretch after getting caught in the grass. There is Christopher Bell with the window net down. That signifies to the rescue workers that he is okay. Same with Ryan Preece. So much promise for this new ride with RFK Racing, and great speed in that car all week long.
It just continues to get worse and worse as they come down through this straightaway. Starts there, starts dancing around across the front bumper. Some more here, gets crossed up. Rest is history. There it goes. Now watch the 60 car, Preece. Bam!
Yeah, you saw the...
Gets up on the... That's wild. I've never seen a car do that. That shows how fast they go.
And they pile up behind him. This is from Eric Jones. Oh. Whoa. Kyle Busch carrying the Cheddar's onboard camera today. He's up there in the top 5, right with his RCR teammate Austin Dillon in the 3. Busch won the truck race here yesterday. Oh, Suarez, Gregson, and more pile up.
You knew it was coming. He could feel it. The energy was, the pushes, the blocks. They were door to door, racing hard. Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs, who carried our Toyota
hard hit
camera today.
That car's tore up.
I mentioned Noah Gregson. He's got a flat or two.
Yeah, starts to slow him up from the block. You see with Wallace. See Suarez have to lift as he got in the wake and got tight. The hole closes up here with Gibbs, Gilliland, and Suarez. Suarez into the wall. And then here comes Custer and the rest of them. Big hits right here. Boom. That's where that wall turns back out to with the dog leg. Custer hit a ton.
Yeah, and that whole wreck happened because of the 2 cars of Riley Herbst, and that checkup, checkup of Bubba Wallace and Riley caused everybody else to have to go somewhere else. And you see right here, it looks to me like the 99 didn't know that they were all down there. There was 2 cars below him and kind of turned over the front of the 54 right there.
Well, everybody's pushing hard. I mean, again, sitting here, watching out the window, looking on the screen, it was just a matter of time. You could feel the energy, the racing, the vibe was really picking up. The runs were coming harder, the blocks were getting bigger. It was a matter of time. Look at him lift right there.
See when you see the flames.
He has to lift for the 35 because Riley's car would not hold the bottom.
So Gibbs gets the run, tries to shoot the gap. The hole closes up with Gilliland and them, puts Suarez in the wall, and it's that easy. Custer he hit hard.
Yes.
Michael McDowell as quick as possible, and McDowell's on the opposite strategy. He needs to protect as much as possible. So we see a spin right there. Daniel Suarez right behind him, spinning, coming off 19. Fender's torn off.
Too.
And that will put us under caution. The first one for cause today. Is that
that's
Connor
Zillich.
So caution at lap 51.
He's into them barriers pretty hard.
Yes, he is.
Daniel Suarez with a lot of damage.
That was a really good race car.
Zilich with more.
Ran up front all day in the top 5.
Bell and Byron, a Toyota and a Chevy, with Cindric and a Ford behind them on the outside of Daniel Suarez. We're back to green.
Right back to 4 wide. Christopher Bell got a great launch right there. We've seen the 24 car of William Byron be a little bit better.
Whoa, trouble in the back and 2 cars in the wall.
Big wreck. They're still wrecking. Custer into the outside. Well, I think that was Herb's.
Keep rolling if you can. Keep rolling if you can.
Christopher Bell will lead them back to caution here at lap 99. Fellas, I don't think that was an if. I think that was a when. All of that, everybody funnels down there into the middle of turns 1 and 2, and you just can't get off that corner 5-1.
Hocevar up against the wall hard. Started 3rd. You see him. The funnel starts here as they start the progression of moving up into Haley, into Briscoe, and I think that was Hocevar on the outside. Just runs out of room.
You know, Herbst into Haley seemed to be the first point of contact.
No, I think it was Gibbs is who it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the 54 comes up and they all get squeezed right. Oh,
you're right.
They just run out of room, man. Wow. That car launched up in the air.
19 jumped over the right front of Haley.
Yeah, Briscoe with a lot of damage.
Blew the side window out of Briscoe's car. That car's hurt bad.
Yeah, and I don't think that the 54 really did anything wrong right there. They just squeezed together, but it looked like the 19 and.
Well, nobody lifted. Nobody was willing to lift.
Yeah, so watch this 7 and 19 right here. The 7 is going to be all the way up against the.
Wow. Boom.
Happens fast.
Into the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, and we are back to green.
Look out.
Yeah, Austin Cindric drove across the nose of the 99 car right there. Daniel Suarez tried to put it 3 wide and checked up to keep from having a wreck. Oh, man.
And there you got one. It's Stenhouse and Blaney. Stenhouse, Blaney, Jones.
Wow. Threaded the needle there, Haley.
A
that was close.
It's destroyed. See there.
Suarez was definitely underneath of him. That was about the first wreck. But now we got these guys all stacked up here, 4 wide coming off the corner. They just run out of room. Blaney got up into Gregson. They couldn't move up because Bubba was on the outside of him. They couldn't move up because the wall was on the outside of him. Run out of room. Tore up a really good race car.
Now you're riding with Noah Gregson, the Ford Performance Cam.
Right up by the walnut outside. Car gets loose, comes out from underneath of him, Kev.
Yeah, just flat out lost the rear of the car and spun out.
Larry was literally just telling us under brake, man, the 20 car just hasn't went anywhere.
There are the brothers. The 3 and the 10.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Around goes Ty Gibbs. And everybody scatters. Zane Smith nowhere to go. And caution waves for the 8th time today. With 103 laps to go, Gibbs was 11th.
How far ahead Gibbs is, but he misses the corner a little bit. He's way on the outside, kind of leaves the door open, goes across back over, and the 45 was there. Unfortunately, got into him, turned him around. But I mean, he was 2 car lengths ahead going in. Obviously had some trouble getting it turned back down the hill. I don't know if he was loose or what.
It can be, Clint. When you're that leader, you get raced harder than they'll race the 2nd, 3rd, 4th place cars trying to stay on that.
Whoa!
Oh, there it is.
Hocevar is around after contact. Riley Herbst involved there, and we are under caution at lap 83.
Destroyed. No steering.
Right.
Get back to pit road.
Carson Hocevar, who spun at lap 24 to bring out the second caution of the day. He wants more and gets it. Bell to second place.
Well, we've seen Christopher Bell's car run really good on the short run. I should say it's run better on the short run than it has the long run. So it's amazing what happens when you get that track position and put yourself.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Josh Berry in the wall.
Both of those cars unloaded off of that bump. I couldn't really see who was on the inside of him, but that's the car that I saw sideways first. Then here, yeah, it's Reddick.
Not clear, I would say.
It's like you said earlier, the timing of all this, but he's just got no more rear grip.
You can see that 45 car. Whoa, they're touched. Made the pass. There it is.
And Blaney in the wall goes Reddick, and around goes Larson again into the inside wall.
Oh my gosh, caution. That's not what either one of those, that's not what Blaney wanted to see.
That was lap 4 for Larson. Deja vu.
4 to go.
All over again.
4s have not been good for him. Oh my gosh. Reddick got in a wall right in front of him.
Unbelievable.
You can't make that up.
That's what it takes to be really good here at Bristol.
Alex Bowman started. And the first caution of the day for cause waves at lap 178. Van Gisbergen had already gone 2 laps down and spins in turn 2.
He's trying to get up here in the top right. Watch Shane Van Gisbergen get to the inside of him, runs out of real estate trying to squeeze him, gets loose, corrects, get up into this door. Way they both go. That's racing at Bristol.
Here's Hocevar's view of what happened between Cody Ware and Shane Van Gisbergen.
Look at that, right in front of Denny Hamlin. Woohoo, that was close.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Shane just got a little bit loose. You want to kind of fan out a little bit to give that 4th place car that's behind a chance to catch up.
So the group that stopped were 6 of the Toyotas and half of the Chevrolets. We're told these are the trouble. One car wildly spinning up toward the top of the wall as 2 more go through the infield, including Keslowski and Blaney are involved in a miscue trying to get to pit road. And caution is out for the first time today.
Big damage for Keslowski. I think he's tore up the most. I think the right rear toe link is definitely broke on Blaney on the 12, but I think they can get that fixed. 6 car with, man, he was in not a must-win situation, Kevin. But he was ready to pounce on him this weekend. Talked about it in the pre-race with him.
And this is what we talk about all the time. And you look at Kyle Busch there involved in the wreck, and you look at these Fords.
And head for pit road.
You see how much faster Keselowski and Busch were catching those 3 cars in front of them. Just run out of room. Tried to move down. You see Blaney caught the front end of Keselowski, pretty much ripping the whole front end of his car off. Busch doesn't have a ton of damage, but they stack up quick. That's 2 lanes of traffic and people staying out. You see Zane Smith pull up, and look how much faster they run those guys down. Busch gets in the back of Keselowski, turns him up the track. Damage on that Bowman car as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Kyle Busch was.
And Todd Gilliland, who did not pit on that last caution, it worked out fine for him. 17th after pit stops, a gain of 8 from where he would have been at the end of that prior caution. We're back to green. Byron taking off. And let's see how long he can hold the lead with a car where the steering angle is off just a bit.
Not being as bad as they thought. Bubba Wallace, he's wrecked.
Big contact.
And he catches.
This is the big one.
Gregson, Bowman up and into the wall, and Allmendinger collected, and more.
He was.
Well, that's the big one we didn't have last week.
That guy was late to the party.
Yeah, well, we knew that these restarts were going to continue to get more and more physical, and we saw him get into the wall, got all jammed up there off of turn 2, and Bubba lost control of his car, and that just caused a chain of events. Well, I think the 22 was in his back bumper right there, Clint, or close enough that it just caused that car to get tight.
He was certainly close. I don't know if he got into him or not. You see Allmendinger really ramped off the 4 car. Tell you what, when Bubba went around there, that car almost took flight.
Yeah, the 20.
You see the flaps catch, and watch this car come up, flaps catch, and did their job, put it right back down on the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't look like from that angle that the 22 was on that back bumper, but when those cars are all jammed up and one's right there on that left rear like that, it just takes it feels like the front tires don't even work anymore with the way that the front end will. That was pretty wild right there. You saw that 22 car go down to block the 19 and nobody was there.
Trouble, turn 2. Cars in the wall.
Here we go. I was just about to say, this feels a lot like last week, guys.
Ty Dillon, Cody Ware, Daniel Suarez.
And we've seen this happen here so many times, Clint, as we get late in these races. You see the 10 car get loose on the bottom of the racetrack, go up the hill, hit the 51, and 99 just an innocent bystander there.
Trying to take evasive action and nowhere to go.
And you can see when those cars got sideways, those leaders were door to door.
Kyle Larson is the race leader.
Go to your door, back even just a 16.
So out front of the teams that took just 2 tires, Hocevar leading, Gibbs in 3rd, Wallace in 4th, and Herbst off the wall and caution waves.
There it is.
All right. Well, that adds
going to fly.
That adds another element. When we get this second restart here that we didn't know if we were going to have, that to me opens the door for a whole lot of aggression.
Barely clears him here. Gets down into turn 1. Little love tap. At 71, he's in desperation mode. He needed a caution. And he had a car in his way.
Yeah, he needed a caution, and I would say his teammate did not want one out there leading the race, but
he did.
There you see him 3 wide right there.
Oh, a lot of contact with Barry.
Yeah,
and Cindric.
One was right next to the 2, and they just ran out of room with the 2 and the 21 making contact. Ross didn't. Oh, they just ran out of room. 48 coming up the racetrack didn't know Ross was going to make it 3 wide right there. Almost the idea.
Clear the 9, 3 wide behind them. Blaney, one of the Penske cars. Oh, make it go! Big wreck.
Suarez in the 99 around into Blaney.
Oh man, more cars getting contact there. Huge crash. The 5, the 7. Wow. Just complimenting Blaney on being able to get one of the Penske cars up into the battle here, and y'all run out of racetrack off of turn 4. Massive hits.
You said it earlier, Steve, this race can change so fast. You get a caution, you get a restart, and we know the sense of urgency when you return to the green flag. We saw it there, and this is what happens.
Everybody starts with all those patience. Contact between the 2 on the outside, back down into Suarez. Look at Suarez collect the 7 and the 5 as they're trying to squeeze by. Just destroying the suspension on the right rear of Larson's car.
With the incident.
Yep, Larson just got back on the lead lap. Haley was fast all weekend. Spire's been great tonight. His chance at a good run is gone.
Be interested to see how much this impacts Briscoe.
Yeah, he might have got through there okay. Eric Jones cost him a spot or 2. Chastain to the bottom in front of Preece, blocks that air. Oh, Noah Gregson straight up around in front of the 48 and the 5.
Alex Bowman, 48, never finished top 10 here. Noah Gregson coming off a great run last week at Charlotte. Heavy damage for him, and we'll see how dinged the 5 of Kyle Larson is. All 3 right in the vicinity. Another caution here early second stage.
This is Nashville. When we have cautions, see how this happened. There's the 4 car of Gregson, the 48. Getting down in the corner, right behind Corey Heim. Oh, the 48 gets super loose. Yeah, he just got over into the corner a little bit too hard. What a shot for the 4 car into the outside. You don't want to be on that inside. That outside line's where you want to be. If you can't make the passes or clear to make the pass, Oh, that's tight right there.
There he goes up the track, Custer, and he turns Bowman into the outside wall. They clip Briscoe, the pole sitter.
Hard hit for the 48 of Bowman, head on into the outside wall.
Suarez also a part of this accident.
Yeah, 4 wide and all of them kind of squeezing together like a funnel. Contact was imminent. In front of him, 4 wide, Ty Dillon. He goes through, but the 2 makes contact with the 41 Cole Custer. Just spins Cole around, the 48 head on into the wall, just a chain reaction there. Looked like the 35 wasn't quite aware that there were 4 wide. Herbst coming down the track slightly. Squeezed all these guys. You hate to wreck at the back of the field like that too, just
since the start of this race. Fastest lap of the day belongs to Shane Van Gisbergen. He's second right now, 2 seconds behind race leader Ty Gibbs. And there goes Kyle Busch. He gets the 7. Justin Haley, Kyle Larson goes around Zane Smith, and the 19 is Chase Briscoe.
Here comes the 2. Big damage for the 5 of Kyle Busch. Saw the toe link on the right front, killed. The 8, the rear toe link on it, destroyed. Look at the back of the 7 car as he pulls away, destroyed. That was a massive hit.
Here's Kyle Busch, and he is on the brakes, and it is just not going, and he loses rear grip. The car behind him the same way. And then it's just pinballs down here in the corner. The 38 of Zane Smith was kind of chasing the 8 in. They both lost rear grip, and then Cindric, he comes in on those slicks. No chance to slow down.
Yeah, it was like those guys, you know, they're out there in that traditional line trying to brake and slow the car down in that traditional line, and as it gets wet, you got to sort of offset a little bit and use a different part of the racetrack really to find that grip.
It's not the first time those 2 have danced together at Pocono.
Issues with the 1 car. Right there, he loses a ton of momentum. Big crash behind.
Christopher Bell involved, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch. Caution number 5, and it comes out with just over 10 laps remaining, stage 2.
It's been a tough several months for this 20 car. They came out of the gate starting the season off looking like championship favorites. They've lost a little bit of that mojo, and it continues. And Ty Dillon, who's had a great run at the road course at Mexico City last week.
Spent a lot of time in the top 10.
Sure did. Kyle Busch in the door of the 38, just gets loose right there. And everybody trying to avoid a little contact with the right rear on the number 8. Riding on board with Christopher Bell through this corner. Kyle's going to be right in front of this. Car come around. Christopher Bell locks it down, trying not to hit this inside wall.
All right back there?
Going to do a good job there. So what happens is this race gets closer and closer to the finish line. Everybody stops giving as much, they start taking more.
Stage 2 underway. Start the 9 car. Chase Elliott will clear off into turn 1. Can the outside organize for a big run down the back straightaway? Chase about a car length ahead as they're closing in on the 9. It's going to go up and block the top of the racetrack. Big crash. Denny Hamlin involved.
Big crash.
Like Noah Gregson, Austin Cindric. This is what we talk about. Compromise track position, and you get right in the middle of it. Look at some of the big name drivers involved.
I kind of have to see how this one started. I know that Chase was out to a pretty sizable lead, about 2 car lengths off of turn 2, and they ran him down quickly in the middle of the back straightaway.
It looked like a move was going down. Remember that yellow line at the bottom is out of bounds, so you can't really block a guy down there, but that's what it looked like. Looked like it was the 88, 4th car line on the inside. Nope, it's the car in front of him.
Now they're in the fence on the outside line there. Just a lot of stack up and a lot of bumper-to-bumper contact. I'd like to see that again. So if you watch the outside line, as they all kind of catch the 9 car Chase Elliott, There's a lot of contact right there. As Christopher Buescher lifts off the gas, the 7, all those cars behind him, they all just make, they just run in the back of each other. Big accordion effect. They caught the 9 so quickly down the back straightaway. And
so I was looking to the inside, but you absolutely were dead on. It was the outside lane where the wreck kind of started. Right, the 88 kind of catches your attention with the block at the bottom, but the wreck is on the outside of the.
Looking at the bumper at Ty Gibbs, look at the work that he's having to do through this technical part of the racetrack. How much movement there is in the steering wheel.
Oh,
contact.
Hocevar around.
Hocevar's around. Someone's getting blocked by the 77. Oh, a big pile.
There's just no room to work, and they're all wedged together here.
And that's the problem with this racetrack, where the spotters cannot see everything. You can tell that everybody's running into this wreck with no understanding that there are cars blocking the racetrack. So obviously, no spotters in any location are able to give warning to these drivers.
Brad Keslowski is stopped. Suarez, Will Brown, wide road 2.
Oh my goodness, such a hard lick right there. And he spins right around in front of Dylan. And now here comes everybody piling into this crash. Wow.
They have no idea, right? I mean, all of these cars continuing. This is just going to be a huge hit for the 77. Let's go on board with Brad K. Take a look at this.
Oh my gosh.
We were just talking about Austin Dillon. The balance of old tires versus new tires, and those drivers trying to come through, and do they have time to get there?
Big stack up there, coffee nice spot.
4's around, 43's around, big contact. Noah Gregson gets ran into. I think that was maybe possibly an orange car. I couldn't tell who it was. He's got big damage.
With the in-season challenge, too.
And the 4's going to park right there on the racetrack.
And there's the caution.
And that's great for SVG. That's going to gobble up some laps here.
That's right.
As we get to the end of this race, here's where the 4 gets turned around. And he gets contact right there from Preece.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Noah Gregson.
It's tough for Preece, who spent so much time inside the top 10 today.
Yeah, Noah on the inside of the 21. And just a lot of contact. Josh Berry spins out the 43. They had a little history, I think, last week. Josh Berry in the 43.
They did.
Which is interesting there.
I was wondering if the Chicago memories were going to come flooding back here with a few laps to go. And
side down the back straightaway.
Tires are coming at the back there, the 19.
Bell's not going away. Larson up to 3rd.
Still there, still 3 out back.
Oh, he gets loose. He spins.
There goes Bell again. Second time he spun today, racing for the lead. Caution out, 7 laps to go.
24 involved. Gregson as well. Big contact for Noah down the front straightaway. Christopher Bell drives away.
And I thought it was going to be chaos with beating and banging, but it ended up being Bell just loose underneath, trying to stay off the 11, trying to get that wheel, put the power down.
Huge break.
The one guy said all he wanted to do was to not wreck, Noah Gregson.
So watch the 19 back there jump to the outside around Gregson as the front 2 side-by-side battle down the back straightaway. The 19 to the inside here. Now the 20 gets loose underneath the 11 here. Just trying to do too much. But you got to go for it. He knew that he couldn't give up. Coming off of turn 4 and just trying to finish the throttle.
Just loose. Yep. Lots of power, a lot of steering wheel. Bad combination for a car that has already spun out once into turn 3 today. And then you see the 4 and the 24 kind of make contact, trying to avoid it. I'm really shocked that's all that was involved. It could have been much bigger.
We've seen some huge crashes along the front straightaway here at Dover over the years. Justin Halen gets the free pass back on the lead lap. Jumps out in front. 23 to the lead.
Larson won't be able to do the crossover down the back straightaway.
Calm behind, surprisingly pretty calm for the front 10. You see Blaney jump out of line, but it's Larson and Bubba.
Oh, he got a crash in the back.
There it is. There's the big wreck we're looking for, the yellow out.
Zane Smith.
45 though, and the 22. Several cars getting damaged. And the 54 trying to get it stopped. He's like, I got $1 million here, guys. Just let me get slowed down here. But Reddick gets caught up in that.
Yeah, Reddick's choice to pit is going to end his day early. Now I think they have a points advantage. All the work all year gave him the points to take this gamble.
Straightaway on the right side of your screen. Oh, Christopher Bell gets into the... you know, it's kind of hard to tell from that angle. Looking at it from maybe head on, we could see if there was a block. Here we go. Zane's blocking a little bit low. The 20 just gets hooked and turned into him. I don't know if he mistimed it or got a little bad push.
I don't know if there was anyone on the 20's bumper. I just think he was trying to cross him over and caught the bumper.
Yeah.
Either way, results the same. Zane Smith is not going to be happy.
Right front wheel, totally broken. Yeah, the 20 just goes left into, hooked him, just ran into him. I don't know if that was just big misjudgment. It's an odd piece of contact there. Oh, this ain't gonna be fun.
You reckon it's front, right in front?
Larson on Preece now.
Oh, Denny Hamlin loose. Oh, spinning.
It's Reddick and it's Bell.
Watch the 20. He's going to back up, staff.
The restarts have been wild.
They have been absolutely wild.
The cars just do not drive well. They're just not the grip that a normal 1.5 mile type racetrack has, but this isn't. It looks like 1.5 miles, but it's not. It is much more of a short track.
Several laps. What happened between Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell?
3 wide. The 19 got loose on corner entry. You've seen it over and over. Gets into Tyler Reddick. Reddick gets into Bell. It's just been a consistent theme. Turn 1. When you're on the bottom of the racetrack, look how narrow his entry is. He turns so early. Now his angle of attack is completely messed up. Hits the bump, gets the back of the car around. The only thing he can do is chase it up the racetrack. Takes 2.
Pre-yellow, he decided to come get his fresh tires. The 9 has fallen almost all the way to the back of his teammate. So Alan Gustafson says, we're giving up time. Let's just come to pit road, jump onto a different strategy. Oh man! Whoa! There it is. You saw it live. The 21 gets spun around. This might close pit road for the 9. Big contact for the 21. Should be an instant yellow.
Josh Berry. And the Freightliner Ford for the Wood brothers.
No caution
yet. 9 should try to jump the pit road right here. Let's see if he makes it. He's so far back. He's going to try to turn right. There he is. Will he make it to pit road before the yellow comes out? No yellow. So the NASCAR is going to let this. I thought that would be an instant yellow with that much contact. It wasn't. The 9 of Chase Elliott instantly got to pit road.
Saw this yesterday in the Xfinity race. They tried to hold the caution as long as they could. If the field was past the incident, they would hold it, Kim.
Yeah, and Chase saying the balance is good. Feels like it's okay when I get a decent lap. Obviously, though, rear grip going away on those older tires as they put fresh stickers on. And, oh, as the fueler falls over the car, that's going to slow up the stop just slightly. Wow.
Caution's out. And the reason is debris, exit of turn 5 where Josh Berry spun. Again, 3, 4, 5 wide.
Alex Bowman in that 48, Kyle Larson in the 5. They also have a tire advantage.
Larson on the inside. There goes Kyle Busch up high in the 8. Larson sneaks his way through a little bit. He was a benefactor of that caution. There's contact between Brad Keslowski, and the round goes Chase Briscoe. Into him goes Kyle Busch. And there's a traffic jam, and Hamlin was in it. Elliott gets tagged later on around through turn 4.
Bowman was in it as well.
We got right reared after the wreck.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Bowman. That was a 24. Byron.
Fast,
Justin Haley.
Justin was in position to take advantage potentially late in the race. He was the only one that had saved the set of tires, and now he's damaged.
Behind Kyle Larson, Busch and Chastain hit. That gets some smoke coming from Keselowski. Briscoe goes down right at the bottom of your screen. He gets turned by Busch. So there's kind of the start of the wreck. The 19 of Briscoe now spinning. Now look at all these cars wrecking right here. What I don't understand is where Chase Elliott comes from.
Because he's up the track more.
No,
Yeah,
he's right here.
There he is there.
Oh, right there. Right there by accident by Kyle Busch, who has no idea the 9's coming through there. Farious, but that's what gets the 9 back across the racetrack, because the 9 is way back in the middle of this mess.
He's right behind Justin Haley.
Yep, so watch the 19 spin, and now the 88 makes heavy contact with him. The 6 comes going in here, so if we just keep watching this accident, 21 goes by, 71, 77, here comes the 7, and right there, out of the screen left was the 9 to Chase Elliott. That's why we didn't see it the first go.
Here's the Busch on board.
And then watch. He just doesn't, he's coming left, the 9's coming through.
And it says movement here. Wallace decides to go back up. Blaney sticks to that low line. It was announced today that Connor Zilic will be racing full-time in Cup, and there's a big one here. Around goes Bubba. Busch is in it as well. There's Bowman. Bowman's in the wall. Stenhouse is in there. So too Cindric and Zane Smith.
Is it going to be this kind of night? I mean, it has gotten wild already. And I don't think that Bubba knows that he's 3 wide that low, because he's in the middle of the racetrack.
Toyota on board for Bubba. I'm with you. I think he thinks he only has 1 car below him. He ends up with 2, because if we go back and watch it again, the 22 of Logano kind of gets put in a bad spot, which is going to hurt Logano. He's going to go backwards. So watch right here. The 22, there's fire out the pipes. The 8's going to get to the bottom. The 5's going to be outside. Now, if we freeze it right there, the 8's bottom, the 22's middle, the 23's top. But Bubba Wallace is in what would be the middle lane of the racetrack. As we roll it forward, I don't think Bubba knows he's 3 wide top because of where he is on the racetrack. He starts moving left, and then Kyle and Logano Logano has nowhere to do. He's out of the gas, and that's it. The 23 comes across the nose of the 22. But I'm with you, Jeff. I'm just not sure the 23 of Bubba Wallace has any idea there are 2 cars below him while being in the middle of the racetrack.
Iconic events are iconic for many reasons. And here we are in the 75th anniversary of the Southern 500, and the Cookout Southern 500 is on. The real race to become a NASCAR Cup Series champion begins now. Wow, and around goes Josh Berry. Berry into the wall. He had a brilliant qualifying yesterday, and it's all come undone.
Lap 1 of the playoffs. Every driver talked all week long about having to survive this round. And already a huge deficit for this 21 team.
That 21 spun very quickly. Great qualifying effort. That was mission accomplished. You just want to settle in, Jeff. Turns 1 and 2 tight. Exit at 2, probably the tightest part of the racetrack.
Every driver's talked about how hard you have to drive these race cars. Berry on the bottom of the racetrack, going to the throttle, and it just gets loose. Simply got loose. Made contact also. Not sure if there's damage on Reddick's car as well.
I only saw the 2nd spin, but just watch this 21. A wiggle first. First wiggle, right over the bump. Then he gets loose, gets into the door of the 45. The 45, light contact for sure. Jeff, some damage, heavy damage on the left rear.
Traffic, really bad, dirty air, so still in a little traffic, but much better being closer to the front. They've gained a few points on the cut line. Didn't want to do anything crazy or dramatic today, just a base hit. They're doing everything right now for Bowman.
I go back to what he told Kim Kuhn in Countdown to Green. As Briscoe locks up, Suarez is in the wall.
One here, we're still green. Hello, yellow, yellow, start talking to me about it.
Not sure what started it, but you called it, Lee. It looked like Briscoe had the left front tire locked up.
1 inch to the right.
Suarez on the outside. Yeah, it's a super heavy braking zone, Steve, and a little bit of contact prior to getting to turn 1, but just 19 car locks the left front up, and then it doesn't turn. When that left front tire is sliding, it is not going to make the corner.
Yeah, I mean, shocking to me, he locked up the tire. I agree with the heavy braking, but unlike a Martinsville.
Between Gibbs and Blaney, they were running 1620s. They're now running 1720s. So they backed this pace off for a second, trying to save tires. We didn't see this at the start of the race.
Right.
We didn't see any of this.
The yellow guy was spinning down the front.
Caution is out, and it's for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
McDowell spun around as well.
Ricky ran really well in qualifying yesterday. Was running well in this race.
Eric Jones as well.
Focusing on Stenhouse.
Oh boy.
Riley Herbst, there's contact from the rear. Stenhouse goes into Van Gisbergen. What happens to Jones and to
backwards on the bottom already?
And McDowell may have taken evasive action.
Yeah, I'd probably trying to check up, and the guy behind him didn't get slowed up. Typical watch behind. There you go. Just trying to slow down. And
really smart on this restart.
Guy who kicked the playoffs off with a victory by defending his Southern 500 victory of a year ago, leads the field to green. It's Briscoe in the 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Logano on the inside. Here comes Hocevar. Hocevar up on that higher line.
He's done that the entire race, from the drop of the green flag, spin in the back.
Multi-car incident. Cars going everywhere. Van Gisbergen, Keslowski, Haley skipped through there. Bush involved.
The nose to the left.
And Daniel Suarez, 2 of the 3 Trackhouse cars involved. Oh. Keslowski, Christopher Bell got away with that, I think. Skipped away Keslowski into Van Gisbergen. Here's the view. Build submarines forward.
2 outside, 2, 3, 3. Keep going.
Brad,
Brad
was almost hit the inside wall. He couldn't go any lower.
I think he might have hit it.
Watch this. So we talked about running the bottom of the racetrack. There's no banking down here. They get bottled up. Brad goes to the bottom, and there's a wall right there.
I wonder if there's a tire mark, or I bet one of our cameramen can take a shot of that inside wall over the tunnel and see if there's a tire mark from the left front tire of the 6.
Ready to get this going after a caution. Back to racing. 52 laps to go here in Kansas. How bad is this situation for Hamlin? How well can he manage it? Big crash into turn 1.
Caution, caution, caution.
Caution's back out.
Logano's involved.
Cindric, Gregson, Hocevar, Stenhouse Jr., and there's Logano, as Jeff said.
You get the right rear of the wall, get tangent to the left rear a little bit. Shouldn't be that bad.
And AJ Allmendinger.
They all just get stacked up. Noah Gregson in that green and white 4 car was the first one to kind of change lanes, but it was because of the stack up.
They were just ping-ponging off each other. Gregson got into Logano, went the other way, got into Cindric. Cindric then got into his own teammate. That was good, hard racing. And the 3 of Austin Dillon in trouble.
There's a lot of damage to that car.
This could easily generate a yellow if he can't get going. Oh, he gets it in reverse. I'm with you, Jeff. That thing has made some real big contact. There you go. Yellow is out.
That's exiting turn 5 and up and over the crest, heading to 6. Restart zone, back to it. Logano and Briscoe, the 2 tire stop. Keslowski, the 2 tire stop. Larson did 4. Wow, they're wrecking in 1. It's Ty Gibbs into the wall.
I think that's the 88 of SVG also involved.
Allmendinger, the 16. You could feel that. It was building.
They got 3 wide.
A couple rows
turn,
were.
yes,
Yeah.
and entering turn 1. And
now third row. The 54's right rear and the 20's left front come in contact to one another. If we back that up, it's kind of like they're not in defined lanes. So right here, 20's looking left. Oh, yep. I don't know if the 20 was getting pushed by the 54, but in the contact between Bell and the 54 sends the 54 spinning.
I feel like it started with the 88 and the 20. Watch this.
Too wide.
See this contact right there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Clear high, dig. Dig. Okay.
You know, if you ask yourself, well, where's Bell?
Above him, and it was Jones into Gregson, Armendinger, and there's more contact to come.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a lot. It was time to go. Big push from the 43 to the back of the 4. Just turns the 4. Turns him around to the left, catches the 16, who goes up and makes a really big impact. Look at the front of the field right here. 2 big hits. The 16, oh, that 7 as well. So many big hits into that safer barrier.
It's 2 very common wrecks at Daytona and Talladega. This is one of them. Eric Jones pushing the 4 car, trying to propel him forward. It just did not get it timed up right on corner entry. And around he goes.
Here's the view from Austin Dillon.
Nothing you can do. He got as far left as he could, and they just wrecked down in front of him.
This is the Xfinity 500 from Martinsville Speedway here in Virginia, live on NBC, and we're under caution.
Oh. Around goes the 99 of Suarez. I think he gets straightened back up right there, but it looked like he was getting spun around off the nose of the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Zane Smith in the 38 also kind of involved, shooting to the bottom over that curbing. It's like a wreck that wrecked and then unwrecked, if you could do that. Not sure that's possible, but somehow Suarez pulled it off.
Back in 20th position, just...
Update me.
Well, look at this. Something we haven't seen, shadows off the race cars. I only say that because concrete surfaces are so temperature sensitive when it comes to tire wear. So this has been overcast all day. Oh, you got a caution. Josh Perry, the 21, spun around. I was going to ask if maybe the sun coming out, Jeff, is going to change the way these cars drive.
Cool day here in Virginia. Check this out.
3 wide once again. We rarely see it work.
Combo shot.
Second time in a row that Berry was the victim of a combo shot, though. Here it is from Bubba Wallace's view.
It's not what the Wood brothers wanted to.
Caution.
Caution's out for the first time today. And it's John Hunter Nemecheck.
Interesting spot, kind of the end of the backstretch. It's going to be interesting to see how he got here. I'm guessing had to be some contact between a couple cars. I don't see any heavy damage to the car, at least on the right side or on the nose. We'll see if he can get it fired and drive away.
That was a little difficult to pick up.
Yeah. Here we go.
This might tell us more. Oh. Third time lucky. Ah, there is contact there.
And Nemecheck's had a good year this year. More top 5s, top 10s, laps led in this year than any other season.